My wife is not the mother she told she would be, and I despise her for it. We have been together for 12 years, married 8 of it. We always had great dynamics. She told me she would want 2 to 3 children, and I was always more cautious due to my troubled childhood. This was a constant topic in the past. We talked about names for our future children. We had 3 girl and boy names chosen. When our first child born a bit more than 4 years ago, I somehow opened up. Being a father made my life full, everything was due natural and seemed east, and I was instantly ready for another child. I helped 50/50ths even though I was working after 4 weeks leave, changing diapers, waking up at night, going for walks. However, she stopped wanting more. Even in the first 2 years of raising our baby girl, it was obviously she does not like motherhood. She could not sit down to play, she would rather pursue her hobbies. I would have to go on sick leave to care for her, because she would kind of burn out after a week of being alone with our daughter. I am working from home all the time, I even play with her during non-video meetings. I thought if it could be depression, but my wife is cheerful, has hobbies, goes out with girlfriends. But if she has to be with the kid for 2 to 3 days due to a cold, then misery comes. Important to note that my wife or I are both work in the same field. She is much smarter than me but is lazy, would do the bare minimum, whereas I love this field, do research, train myself, and because of this, I earn 3x as much. She could do much more with her brain, but does not care, which is fine, but still demands that I go on sick leave with our daughter. I would point out that her salary would not support our lifestyle and we could cook instead of ordering, but she does not want to. I feel shit. My only support is my daughter. Her smile and laughter. I could not put her through a divorce, since I was from a broken family. I am jealous for other mother who love being with their child/children. Update number 1. There is a lot of comments. I tried checking the most. Let me react here the most common ones. She wasn't always like this. Even she says sometimes she can't play with our daughter because it's hard. I think she can't find her way of playing with a small child. She also works from home, but when I am on sick leave she is untouchable. I feel like she is escaping from interacting with her daughter when she has chance of sinking into work. I love, or loved. I have to look into myself, her. We have dates, we have intimacy, not as much as before our child was born. We even have a lot of help from grandparents. She likes to tries to toss the kid to her parents on every possible weekend. The grandparents like the kid so it's fine, but sometimes I have to persuade my wife both to ask her parents so sometimes she too, can bring our daughters to the zoo, do something over the weekend. I never pressured the second child. I only said I am ready when someone asked personally, but I always tried to put on my game face and say, we are not sure, when others asked. I will look into PPD, but it seems like she can handle our child in small doses and she is happy those times. For example, after kindergarten she can play with her a bit, but she never proposes programs with her. Update 2. Hey again. I brought an update to my previous post. Not the update that makes me happy, but at least I started moving forward. First of all, I received many messages and not all was answered. Thanks for the support, dear internet people. On Friday I brought our daughter to Grand's. We have quite some help from our parents. Then I asked to have a chat with my wife. I told her how I felt, what I see, and I asked how can I help her. I offered that she should take some time off, a couple days alone or with a friend of hers, and she said it's a good idea. On Saturday afternoon while I went to Grand's for our child she seemingly packed 2 big duffel bags worth of clothes and went away. 2 bags are missing and lots of her clothes, so it's easy to do the math. I called her without success, but at least she answered my messages about at least saying goodbye to her daughter, to which she replied, it's not about her. It has been some days now. My daughter asked where mom is a couple times and I always tell something like, she can't come home now but she loves you, but it feels like I am lying to her face. I can't sleep, can't eat, even my in-laws have no info on what is happening with my wife. I will talk to a lawyer tomorrow, and start documenting everything as a friend of mine told me. Just to answer a couple questions from the previous post. I am not just playing with my daughter, I bring her to kindergarten and I bring her home too every day. I plan weekend activities, vacations, I wash more than my wife does. I plan date nights for my wife and I, while Grands came over or we brought our child to their place. So there is that. Keep safe all.